Today we're joined by students from the media classes, and today we're talking about fashion. With me today are
Ashton.
Griffin.
Kaylee.
Madison.
All right, what's your favorite fashion look from any form of media?
I would say the punk rocker look from SLC Punk. I feel like it really captured it and just didn't go overboard with it. You know, just a lot of the times, a lot of not region, but like era-based stuff kind of goes overboard with it. So like in the 80s, it's like a lot of like bright colors, even though the 80s wasn't just bright colors. It was like one part of the 80s. So I just feel like that movie specifically did a good job of portraying it.
All right.
This is gonna sound kind of crazy, but the dolphin meme like breakout of Zara Larsson.
Oh, yes.
That is my favorite like example of fashion and media. That meme literally saved her career. The entire ocean, Paul Frank, like Lisa Frank kind of aesthetic, like that just really it looks so amazing for her. And then just everything that it's influenced outside of that in terms of fashion and music videos recently have been so amazing because she's definitely been a big influence recently and previously.
Right. All right, what is a good example of historically inspired costuming?
So I have to go with my personal favorite, and one of my favorite examples for this are the togas seen in HBO's Rome series, especially the toga praetexta, which is the toga worn by senators and high-ranking nobles, which had a Tyrian purple, which was really more of a burgundy stripe, down the border of the toga. And they are actually quite historically accurate with one exception. The praetexta stripe is sewn on, and in the contemporary times for Rome, and when it is set in Caesarean Rome, pre-Ides, it would have been card woven in and would have been one straight strip of fabric and would have followed the entire border of the semicircular toga when laid out, instead of being sewn on.
I wouldn't say it's historically accurate, but I do think that the burst of Gothic media has brought back a lot in fashion, and I think that Frankenstein recently, 2025, Del Toro, I think that the costuming in that was amazing. Mia Goth's entire wardrobe for that movie was inspired by her character and the things that she represented throughout the movie. So each one of her dresses was something symbolic to a piece of her personality or a piece of something that she had said throughout the movie. But I just think that the steampunk Victorian attire was so well put together to where it wasn't cartoonish, and it still felt really like natural and authentic to the era with a little bit of modern flair to it. So I kind of love when we kind of revamp and take pieces from history and make them a little more fun.
It's very insightful, indeed. What's something that can be improved about the fashion world as a whole?
People are like either really judgmental, like really judgmental. I've seen people get bashed over just wearing something that's a little revealing or something that's not worn like in a traditional way or mixing and matching colors. And I really like bright colors and patterns and just changing things up. So it's really weird to me when people are like, you wore that color, you wore that pattern in public. It's just, there's no need for everything to be so cut and dry, and people should be able to have fun and wear what they want.
Right.
Yeah, well, I definitely think that right now, I feel like we went into a really creative era / conservative era, because on one end, people are more creative than ever. They're expressing themselves more than ever. They're experimenting with fashion a lot more than ever. And then on the other end, like you see like in stores, like clothes are starting to like have more modest necklines. Like our skirts are starting to become longer. Our jeans are starting to become less form-fitting. And you know, you see like the prairie dresses back in Target again, things like that. And I know that's pretty on brand for Target, but still, like, it shows that there is like a fight of influence between the creatives and the conservative like section of fashion. And I think that you can combine both while remaining synonymous with both like ideals. But I just in general, I just think that the beauty standards have been changed a lot, and I think that we need to continue that streak. because fashion is for everyone and fashion is different in everyone. So
Absolutely.
I think that we need to stop gendering clothes in general.
yeah.
Amen.
I love a good booty short. You know, I got the thighs for it. So I'm gonna show off my
You got the
thighs.
thigh, so
I got the thighs for it. Like just back in the '80s, that was just a normal thing that men would wear for like workout clothing. And then gay men started wearing it. And it was like, oh no, like I don't want to be seen as gay. And I'm like, it's clothing, wear it.
Right.
And then like
Exactly.
fishnets. I'm like, cut off. I mean, what am I trying to say?
Crop top?
Crop
Yeah.
tops.
yeah,
Like,
a lot of
Bring it
like
back.
you know, alternative fashion's very
Yeah.
androgynous,
Exactly.
and I think that's why it does get the popularity that it does, because it caters to everyone at once, and it's not like, you know, it's not just one side of the coin. So
It's about breaking the mold.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's very accepting.
Right. I agree.
I think also we should start bedazzling our mobility aids.
Fashion and everything. Fashion
Yes.
and literally everything. That's a good example. Like when people pick their glasses frames, they think about, what do I wear on a daily basis? What colors do I normally wear? What colors look good on me? They don't just like, you know, when people get a bad frame of glasses, like it kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of hurts, because it's like, dang, this doesn't look good with anything that I, you know, wear. So like, I feel like everything, even hair is fashion, like down to a T, like everything that we wear represents who we are or how we're feeling or what we do. So I think it's so important. Fashion is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. How important do you think fashion representation is in media?
Very important.
Extremely.
Because I think that different people need to feel safe to express themselves, and I feel like when that's represented in media, people feel like they are seen. And you see that with a lot of like, you know, like a rise in certain alternative fashions like throughout the years with a lot of different movies that have come out and things like that. You know, like before Euphoria, there was a bunch of like cool little emo kids putting glitter and all kinds of like swirlies and dots and stamps on their face, and that was like, why are you doing that? That's so extra. And then after Euphoria came out in 2017 or what, around that time, like then like it was totally the norm to do that, and everybody wanted to do that. But it's just like those people who adopted that fashion beforehand, they never got credit for it. They never, you know, got reconciled for being made fun of when it's now a trend. And it's just like, I feel like everything, like regardless of it's a trend, I think you need representation in all forms of attire. And I think that's most important with low income, because obviously like fashion is for everyone, and no matter how you display that, whether it be in Walmart clothes or Dior, I don't think that like anybody should be judged based on what they're wearing or how they wear it.
Amen.
And the more you see stuff in media, the more normalized it becomes.
Right.
If you see a lot of men wearing skirts or with nail polish, or if you see women wearing more masculine clothing or just wearing alternative styles, stuff that most people in everyday life are like, that's kind of weird, or you might get a glance for, you wouldn't if it's portrayed more often and people see it and they start to realize, oh, maybe it's just different and I don't dress like that, but it's not hurting anyone. Nothing's wrong with it.
Right.
And then, just like in rap, like specifically, just like there's been like a big boom of like a lot of black people like get into like the emo goth. It's just because like back in 2017, like Juice WRLD and X, they came onto the scene and they were listening to like a lot of like rock music, and that's where their fashion came from. And so like they're rappers and everything, so they inducted that into like their style, and like a lot of black kids are like, whoa, I can dress like this.
And
like,
it's okay.
Exactly.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I can dress like this and be okay. I don't have to wear baggy jeans to be black. Like I
Especially-
can dress this way.
Especially in the black community. Like that's so important, because I was a weird black kid and I was a whimsy girl, and I literally did not feel like I could be whimsy because the people around me made me feel like I would be less black if I was my whimsical self. And like today there's all kinds of whimsical black girls that represent, and like Hemlock Springs, shout out to her, she's one of my favorite whimsicals. But like she is weird and black and she does not care, and I love that for her, and we need more of that. We need more representation.
To see. Thank you. All right. Any final thoughts?
Wear what you want. It's so fun. It's so nice. Getting up and, again, playing dress up. That's like what half of my school interview was about. It's so much fun. Just be creative, do stuff, and you'll find that the people who you attract when you dress out there and the way that you want tend to be the people that you would actually want to be around and want to be friends with.
Exactly.
Plus, the compliments are nice.
Exactly.
So, like,
I'm gonna piggyback off that and just say, like, if you feel like you want to wear something, wear it. If you want to try a new style, try it. If you don't think it'll look good on you, maybe it won't, but you don't know until you put it on, you know? And don't be afraid of what the people around you are gonna think, or what your boyfriend will think, or what your mom will think. Just wear what you want as long as you're happy and comfortable.
because why would you want to be friends with people who don't accept you?
Right.
To piggyback off that, disabled folks, decorate your aids. I have been told so many times, your cane is not a fashion statement, it's a tool. And that medicalizes it. A disability is medical, but my cane is a part of me, and it's something I have to carry everywhere. So why shouldn't it match me?
Exactly.
I felt so much less ashamed of carrying it around when I decorated it. And it really kind of helps you feel a bit better about yourself when it comes to your disability.
Bring back 70s men's fashion. I want to see a lot of tight crop tops.
Bell
A lot
bottoms.
of booty shorts, bell bottoms. I want to see it.
Booty shorts, bell bottoms, and boots.
I want
Everyone
some
wear
bell bottoms
dresses.
that aren't $148 on Etsy.
Facts.
That's what I want.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for today's episode. Have a good day.